Yeah.
Trivia question time. Question one.
I do believe in aliens.
Yeah, last time we talked, you said that, and I wrote a story, and it went viral.
I know, yeah, I saw that. Like, Hollywood actress believes in aliens.
Did that backfire on you? Or
No.
Did you get contacted by aliens? Or?
No, they still haven't contacted me.
Not yet.
You know what? I'm not really looking for contact.
Yeah, you said that.
I believe in them, but I don't want to meet them.
So season 2, you guys, I guess when you did the first season, you don't, because I was how people react, you don't really know what the show even looks like. Season 2, do you go into it a little bit more confident now and feeling like we know what we're doing and we know
Well, it's a double-edged sword because with season 1, there's always a lot of nerves about like, are people going to be watching this? Is this something that fans are going to like? And you just don't know, and you play a lot of these like what-if questions. But with season 2 now, we actually have a standard to keep up and actually make it even more exciting and more dynamic. So even though some of the like first day of school jitters have kind of fallen away, I can relate it to like when you're a freshman in high school and you're starting out, you're really nervous, but then you go back for your sophomore year, but when you want to be better, it's that kind of feeling.
Exactly. No, I agree. We're just trying to make the second season even more compelling than the first, and the first went pretty well. The audience seems to be really receptive.
So of course, you came to Fan Expo last year,
Yes.
and I had the pleasure of covering your panel.
Yes.
And you, sir, are here for the first time, if I'm not mistaken.
We popped his cherry.
All right, quote of the interview. Let's write that.
I know, that's the headline.
Of course, when you see Defiance, in just one season, it's turned into a complete phenomenon where now people are actually reflecting on the show. You see people around the Fan Expo floor in character, in costume, and whatnot. I just wanted to get your reactions to the whole how fast this show has impacted people and has sort of redefined sci-fi, in my opinion.
Well, what I think is great is for a long time, we did not have aliens on TV, like real science fiction. We had fantasy shows, we had genre shows, but this is for a long time Sci-Fi Channel and did not have science fiction. And this is at its core science fiction. This is what it is. This is aliens and humans. So this gets back to the core of what science fiction is, and I think that's what audiences were craving. They were craving that.
And how about your reaction? Like, since you're here for the first time at Fan Expo and just seeing people.
Yeah. I've been told that this is it's a pretty lights, ambiance. No,
Somebody get the candles.
Yeah. No, I've been told that this is one of those things where you got to come out to really get the energy and see how passionate these people are. And I've realized that we have some of the most passionate fans, and I'm very happy about that because they'll make the full costume to the T, almost better than the original, And I think I think it's like it shows a lot of dedication, and that's really nice to see.
Yeah, there are hundreds of people who, and I told them that, I'm chatting with the cast of Defiance. Can I bring my costume? And I'm like, I'd love to. I might get beaten up for it. So I'm like, but of course, there are so many people who have now sort of gone and attracted themselves.
It's great. I mean, I had the same experience when I was on Buffy and Angel, where you have fans that are just as passionate about the show as we are making it, and it really, I think, it helps fuel our passion having that synergy with fans, and that's why coming to Toronto Fan Expo is so important for us to see that it exists, not just in a small community, but on a global scale. That people from all over the world come together to talk about the show and to bond over it. And it's so great to see teenagers come up and say, "I watched this show with my parents."
Yeah.
Because how many shows can you actually watch with your parents and both sides are going to like?
Can you guys tell us a bit about what the fans can expect? As we left last season, Amanda's lost almost everything. Tommy maybe also no job, missing girlfriend. Can you tease us a little bit about what to expect?
Amanda's lost her job. Her ex-husband has died. Her sister's disappeared. Don't tell me the truth. And she's starting in a very, very dark place. Let's think about it for a minute. She's unemployed and she's lost everything. Scotch
a great combination.
Scotch has become her friend.
Yeah, no, pretty much all the characters are just tipped upside down. It's like a big restart button on the second season because there's been so much that has happened to each and every single one of the cast members. And then we throw in a few new cast members. Mm-hmm. And they also upset the establishment, so to speak.
We have the new mayor.
Yeah.
Niles Pottinger.
Mm-hmm. So everything becomes darker, I find, in the second season.
I think the second season starts in a lot darker place.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens.
What's going to keep Amanda in Defiance? I mean, now that she's going to say, is there anything that's she's going to take over the need one or anything like that? I know it's kind of got a job opening.
Okay, I was like, are you trying to kick me out of Defiance?
No. There's a job opening now. Well, at least as a bartender, hopefully.
One of her big struggles is where does she fit in to Defiance? I mean, she doesn't fit in with the E-Rep, obviously. That's been the big monster she's been fighting against, and now they've occupied the town, and so she has there's a great line that I think I can say without giving away any spoilers, but she said, I think so. She says, I know what it's like to have power, and I know what it's like to not have power. Having it's better. So, and it's kind of her motto in many ways. Like she's lost everything. She doesn't know where she fits in this town of Defiance, and who knows what keeps her there.
And the cast is sort of, in many ways, like Defiance, because you're all from different parts of, England, New Zealand, America, and you're working in Canada on a show set in the future. And
I'm the only American.
Yeah,
It's the first time I'm the only American.
We've got...
He's Canadian. Yeah.
So what's it like working in a foreign planet like Toronto and living here?
Yeah, Toronto's
it's like home to me.
I love
but
Toronto.
actually, our backlot looks nothing like Toronto.
I've been here. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been here.
Yeah, I love Toronto. I mean, I think for all of us, it's great to be on a show that's where the cast is so multicultural as well, because I think it adds like weight to it, and just by having like Jamie's from England and Tony's from Scotland and Grant's from Australia and Stephanie's from Canada.
There's like an authenticity about it.
And shooting in Toronto. I mean, Toronto's one of my favorite cities. Last year I ate my way through it.
Yeah.
Plan on doing it again this year. There's always so many great things to do here. Last year I went to TFC games, I went to a Marlies game, I went to, I was supposed to go to a Raptors game, but that was the night of our rap party, and I couldn't blow off the rap party, I was so cool. What else did we do? I went to Caravana, I went to the X, I came to the Expo, I was like the biggest tourist in Toronto. I went to the CN Tower, ate my way through all the great restaurants, and it's just so much fun. It's a fun
So
city.
you're liking it?
I love it.
That's good.
My husband and I, we always say, like, we should just move up here and live here permanently.
Hey, we'll walk.
But you guys have snow.
That's true.
I haven't been here in the snow.
Yeah, it's another story, but don't worry about it. You get it.
So I have to ask, now that Kenya is gone, we don't know exactly
Don't tell
what,
me
now
where
she's
that
gone. No.
is.
Yeah. Is it possible that maybe you're going to be leaning on Grant a little bit more?
He's gone too. At the end of season 1, he's gone. He's off looking for his daughter. So Amanda's leaning on her boss. Yeah, no, she doesn't really have a good support team around her. So she's pretty much on her own.
So it's something we see in Defiance, and it's really cool to see it in a sci-fi show. You have a lot of strong female characters in it. They're like, in fact, there's a Twitter account called
Women of Defiance.
Women of
They're
Defiance.
my
And
absolute favorite.
And so I'm going to ask the guy on the table here, how do you think about these powerful women around you?
Love it. Love it. It's fantastic to see the characters, like not just the women, but all the characters are very strong. There are no pushovers on the show, which I feel like adds like a richness to the women that are playing these parts, opposed to it being like a stereotypical, supporting role in the town. The women really run the town. Not to quote Beyonce.
We run the
but yeah,
set
pretty
too.
much,
I just have to
yeah.
jump in there. The women run the
Julie
set as well.
pretty much runs the set. And
No,
you know
all
what?
the women.
You know what? We don't really. I don't really have a problem with it, just because I think it's these characters, they really add a lot to the town. And without their strength, I don't think the town would be the same.
He's afraid of us in real life.
I'm also terrified.
Honestly, we should just send all those lines to like Jay-Z. I'm pretty sure he'll make a freaking.
And he'd be like, yeah, it's Hov. No, no.
Alrighty.
I think she's asking us to wrap.
Question was Dexter in its last season. Are you watching it?
I don't know.
And how do you think it should end?
Oh, I haven't watched it because I'm so far behind. I have to catch up. But how do I think it will end? Everybody asks me this question. I just think it should just continue. I think it really should end. I think we should always have the potential. I think we should always have the potential to have a Dexter movie or something. But we can't kill Dexter. We just can't. Maybe he moves.
Maybe you can come back as a ghost or something.
Maybe he moves away and
Or if you want
starts
to
in another town. I don't know. You can't kill him because we wouldn't have more. We wouldn't have the potential for a movie, right? How do you think it's gonna end?
Are they going to keep him alive?
Or if you want
Nobody
to
thought they
kill
could kill
Sherlock.
Rita either. So.
Yeah, that was.